We'll get to those stories in just a moment, but first tonight we do want to begin with breaking news here in Indianapolis. Two deadly shootings just 3 minutes apart. First, a scene on Hendricks Place on the Near East Side. That's not far from Washington Street and State Avenue. The call coming in at 9:19 tonight. Police confirm a woman was killed there. They say they do have a person of interest in custody, and we asked them what could have led up to this gunfire. They tell us it's still early on, and now they're working to figure out what happened.
Gun violence of any kind in the middle of the street is just unnecessary and uncalled for. We're asking people to take a step back, take a beat, and step away from these instances. Gun violence is not the answer.
So police are asking anyone who may have heard or seen what happened, maybe you have video that could help in this investigation, you're encouraged to reach out to police. Just a few minutes after that call to Hendricks Place at 9:22, Metro Police responded to a shooting on the northeast side, this one near 46 and German Church Road. Police confirm a person in that case also died. This is a live look at that scene now. Our crew is there working to learn more from investigators. We are following both deadly shootings very closely. Again, our crew here working to gather more information. We'll have more for you if we learn more throughout the show at WTHR.com and on Sunrise starting at 4 a.m. We turn now to a vigil drawing hundreds to a baseball diamond in Lynn, Indiana. People wanting to pay their respects to Town Marshal Brad Fisher. He was killed yesterday during a chase. Alex Almanza is in Randolph County tonight, where this gathering made clear what Fisher meant to his community.
Most nights, people come here to watch a ball game, but only sniffles could be heard here at the Diamond as the town of Lynn honors a man who made those games possible.
Another bag of...
When Brad Fisher wasn't wearing his police uniform, he was here, coaching, umpiring, or tidying up the field. But today, these guys are helping do the job. Crystal Austin says this is just part of Lynn's DNA.
A lot of people will knock small towns, but this is what happens in small towns. Everybody shows up.
After the bases are brushed off, people started to show up. Lloyd Michael is confident the whole town is here.
Pretty humble guy, so I'm sure he would be probably amazed by this turnout.
A big turnout that shows how a community is showing their respect for a man who gave it all. His daughter Zoe says she's continuing the work he started.
You're in the arms of Jesus now, Daddy. You have fought the greatest fight. And I know you walked through those beautiful gates of heaven and you heard the words, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Bub and I will take care of Mom for you, just like you did us all those years. And don't worry, we'll even help take care of the town of Lynn that you love so deeply.
You'll also notice the number of blue shirts and all the Chicago Cubs merch. Friends say Fisher was a huge fan. Brad Cady is wearing the shirt, even if it's difficult.
It was hard for me to put the shirt on today as a Yankees fan, but I was like, if it was the other way around, he'd wear a Yankee shirt for me.
But as Lynn finds a way to move forward, they do it knowing there's a big support system here. He's left some big shoes to fill and a lasting impact.
He's lived the life that a lot of us hope to live and raised his children, and they're living in the same community and giving back. And that's small community, and that's why we're here.
They're making sure his legacy lives on. This week, people across Indiana learned the name Lynn, but tonight they also learned the name Brad Fisher. In Randolph County, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Now, when the time of the crash happened, Fisher was setting out a tire deflation system when he was hit by that suspect. Police say the 34-year-old woman was trying to get away from officers in a stolen car. She lost control and then crashed into a dump truck. She was taken to the hospital for her injuries. We're keeping a close eye on future memorial services for Brad Fisher. No word yet on official funeral arrangements. As soon as we learn more from the town, we'll be sure to let you know. Tonight, a jury has just found a man guilty of murder after a shooting outside a bar on the south side of Indianapolis. During the trial this week, prosecutors argued 22-year-old Caden Douglas was drunk and looking for a fight. Witnesses testified Douglas was combative and repeatedly used racial slurs before the gunfire that ultimately killed 28-year-old Jerem Dillham. Douglas lawyers throughout the trial have claimed their client acted in self-defense. Tonight, IMPD confirms one of the officers injured in a shooting last week was actually shot by a fellow officer. Investigators examined the bullets in this case, and they confirmed they found one of the bullets in an officer's ballistic vest. Police had said it was fired by 21-year-old Dallas Jett. Police first got a call last Wednesday to a disturbance on the east side involving multiple people. Jett died after an exchange of gunfire with police, but now police say the bullet that hit that second officer actually came from someone's service weapon. Tonight, we are getting a first look at some feedback that could determine the future of the Crown Hill neighborhood. It's a story about what's next, but it really starts back in 2018. That's when two churches merged, leaving one building underutilized. So church leaders put out a call to the community asking what they would like to see done with this property. We talked with Reverend Jerry Davis tonight, who shared some of those answers. He broke down the big three: fresh food, a safe space to gather, and something that focuses on young people.
The first listening session was all about imagination. Tonight was about prioritizing. And so now that we have prioritized and have a greater sense of the resources around us, that will better inform what type of facility that we are going to develop.
Reverend Davis tells us we'll get to see some renderings at National Night Out. That's next Tuesday at Crown Hill Cemetery.